You struck a chord in the country, and particularly with the young people. Tell me what you did that struck that chord so well this time around.
I keep trying to figure it out,
yeah.
And other people ask me because they want to do it.
Right.
I think it's basically ideas, and what I'm so pleased about it, the young people like it, but I preach a lot about self-reliance and, taking care of oneself and being responsible. It also means that you have a right to your life and run your life as you choose, and you have personal liberties, the protection of civil liberties, and not try to have somebody micromanage people's personal lifestyles. I think that young people sort of like that. But I also blend that in with you have a right to make as much money as you want, and you ought to have a right to keep it or spend it the way you want, and they like that. But I think it's foreign policy. That's been a big issue for young people. I think they see the burden of the foreign policy falling on them in case these wars keep spreading, and they seem to be very persistent. The selective service is still there, and they know they're inheriting the financial burden. They understand that, but they also don't like the idea that they might be forced to go overseas. And they see a lot of their friends who've gone over and either loss of life or been injured and are sick. And I think they like my very, very precise position of a different kind of foreign policy, which sometimes they accuse me of it not being a Republican, but quite frankly, there have been Republicans in the past that have advocated the same foreign policy position.
Well, no, John McCain, if elected, would be the oldest person we've ever elected as president when he's inaugurated. You, back to our earlier point, and this is my quick exit question, back to our earlier point, you did something as an older American, as one, as my grandmother would say, as one who's more chronologically gifted.
There you
in
go.
your chronological giftedness, you were able to strike a chord, a relationship with young Americans. What advice would you have for John McCain about how to do that if he can?
There's only one way you can do it.
Right.
And that is you have to have a different philosophy. It's the philosophy,
right.
Because we are of similar age. But the ideas of true liberty is a very young idea, and it appeals to young people. So in ideologically speaking, I have a very young idea, and that's a very appealing to young people. Young people are very idealistic, and they like that. They like consistency, and I've been impressed that they like the idea of self-reliance. A lot of people assume, oh no, they just want to be taken care of from cradle to grave. I don't believe that anymore.
Well, a lot of folks were impressed with your campaign. I'm honored to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Congressman.
Thank you very much.
All the best to you.
Suddenly, you are this hot candidate with kids. You're the most Googled. You're big on the internet. Do you know what that's about?
Not completely. I love it. I always thought freedom ideas were young ideas. In history, freedom is a young idea. Tyranny is an old idea. Young people tend to be more principled, and they like that, and they know I've been dedicated to the principles of the Constitution, and they welcome the idea of somebody that talks about leaving them alone, letting them run their own life. But the other almost miraculous thing is happening. The young people are responding, and they come in, and when I ask them, why do you join the campaign, and I'll say, we love your position on the Constitution, we love your position on freedom. These are young people who understand. It's not like they don't understand what they're inheriting. They know something about Social Security, and they know something about intrusion of personal liberties and personal choices. That, to me, is a lot of fun.
They want to be left alone.
That is it, and that's what freedom is all about, trusting that individuals can make better choices than government can make for them. This is where I'm encouraged, especially when I'm talking to young people. They're tired of it all. They understand it, and they want their freedom. They know they're not going to get taken care of by the government. I think that's the best thing that's happened, is the attitude of young people realize that they're not going to be taken care of. And they'd like, they talk about opting out of Obamacare. I talk about opting out of the whole system. That's what the young people like.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Mr. Nick Bag TV, a.k.a. Blogaholic, man. Right now I want to just talk about, I know this is next year, but I want to say I'm personally endorsing Ron Paul for President of the United States for 2012. I really want people to start looking up this dude, Ron Paul, because a lot of stuff he says makes perfect sense. It's like common sense. And I know a lot of black people are probably not going to feel that because, Ron Paul white, he's an old white guy. That's probably what they're going to use against him. Probably why he won't win. That's probably why people are going to tell you not to vote for him because there's no chance he's going to win. But I really believe that more people should start giving Ron Paul a second look or even a first look, man, because this dude makes a lot of sense. And one of the things he opened my eyes up to is this whole Obamacare thing. You know, I'm not going to lie and say I was never for it. Because before, I looked on the scheme of things, you know, I listened to certain people and thought like, ooh, Obama trying to get everybody healthy. That's what's up. He trying to, you know, better everybody's life. You know, this, that. But then you got to think, got to use your brain and think, okay, free or not free, but a good deal on stuff. Even in the streets, a good deal is never a good deal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody coming to you with an HD TV for $50, that's a good deal. But you don't know who TV that was. It could be a drug dealer's TV they stole that's going to kill you if they see it. That could be anything. That's stolen property. There could be a tracking device in it that whoever bought this is going to go to jail because you buy stolen equipment. It could be just a setup, you know? But not to get too crazy with it, but the whole Obamacare thing, man. I was for it at first, but then I really looked into it and I started looking up, you know, stuff. And I was hearing a lot of people, the Tea Party, they was talking about how the 10th Amendment, how Obamacare violates the 10th Amendment. The 10th Amendment is that, you know, basically in a nutshell, the federal government can't oppose laws on the state government and mandate it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the federal government can't control just by themselves. They just can't tell everybody what to do. You know, they have to go through proper channels and all this type of stuff. They can't just mandate something for everybody. They have done it, but as far as this Obamacare goes, they saying that basically you have to get it. If you don't get it, you get fined. And if you don't get it, IRS is gonna look up your stuff, make sure you got it, and they're gonna go through all your paperwork. And that right there, as a black man, it's something I can't really get with that, man. Like, I don't want the government in my business for nothing. Not nothing, man. And if you start giving up pieces of your rights, giving up pieces of whatever you got, especially when you black and you just give it to them, just say, here, you giving me that? Well, you know, when you just do that, you already trapped. They control you, man. And, you know, us as black people, we always, you know, think we unfair. We get treated unfair. We don't get enough. So when the government says they giving us something, we so quick to take it without reading the fine print. Then we get stuck in the end looking like, hold on, how that happen? Then we want to march. Then we want to talk about this, that, and the third. And this right now is the time for people to really step back. You know, stop listening to so much, you know, craziness and really look at the facts, man. Like, do you really want the government to get this one chance to see that they can sneak something in where they can basically impose on you to do a certain thing, and you think it's a good, you think it's free, or you think it's a gift, when realistically it's a gift to get more into your business, to see what you're doing. And as a black person, I can't go with that, man. That's like the Patriot Act and all of that stuff, man. I can't do it anymore, man. I done got hemmed up on it, and I feel like I got hemmed up on it because it's my own fault, because I left my guard down, you know? I don't want to see nobody else leave your guard down. Don't listen to what everybody says. Don't even listen to what I say. Do your research, man. But that's why I'm going back to Ron. That's why I'm going to get back to Ron Paul and why I support him, because the dude makes perfect sense. He talked about, you know, America going to Libya. He broke that down. I was an idiot on that. I thought, you know, we going there for humanitarian reasons because Gaddafi is a dictator and he's messing with, you know. And then you listen to what Ron Paul said and you compare it to what Obama said, and it's like, yeah. You listen to what a lot of people are saying though. It's like, okay, we going to Libya, one of the richest oil rich country. We want to help them solve their problems, but we got problems in places like Sudan that's been going on in the world, but we don't care about their problems because we don't have nothing we need right now. But we get Gaddafi out, we put somebody else in, then he's listening to us, and then we good. And I don't know if this is true or not. They saying they paying Al Qaeda to beef with Gaddafi. Al Qaeda, the same Al Qaeda that supposedly took down our buildings. It's not adding up when you look at both sides, and that's why I want to put. If I have to vote, and I encourage people to vote, man, I will vote for Ron Paul. Like, real talk. Like, I will vote for Ron Paul just because I feel like he he's our best chance to helping everybody. Now, I don't agree. Now, I'm not going to say I don't even agree. I'm not going to be like, I don't agree with the Tea Party, because I don't really know what the Tea Party really talks about. I don't know a lot of their philosophies or nothing, but with this whole Obamacare, they have valid points, man. And I'm willing to bite the bullet. Like, for real, I'm willing to bite the bullet, pay higher taxes. I don't care. I don't want the government in my business. Point blank, period, man. And all you people know, a lot of you guys know, that if you get into a car accident and break your leg and you go to the hospital, you're not going to pay that bill. You know that. So you got the Obamacare, you go there, you know you're not going to pay your bill, so you're going to get, so they know you're not neither, so they basically say, okay, we know you're not going to pay, so instead of serving you the right way, we're going to half-ass it, and you're going to be good because it's a low-cost health care. So you'll get less, you're going to get less of a service for supposedly a deal. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But that's where I'm at right now. I mean, that's who I'm endorsing. Ron Paul. Check out the website and start listening to a lot of the stuff he says when he's on TV. Because every time I didn't see this dude, he's been making perfect sense about the healthcare, about the wars, about the Federal Reserve. All of this stuff is just on point, man. And I didn't fact check the dude and everything. And everything he has said has been truth. And a lot of stuff Obama has said has been lies. Like, Obama has lied to the black people, to people as a whole, just straight up to our face. I don't even want to say this, but I really fear for Obama, man, because I don't know if he's doing stuff he don't even know he's doing. He's a smarter guy than I am, but like Farrakhan said, after Obama is out of office, what is it left for him to do? Like, what is he going to do after he's out of office? All the peace, goodwill, and all the stuff he said when he was running that he rode on and campaigned on, all that goodwill is gone since he's been president. He's been probably more of a warmonger than Bush was, especially in his first 2 years. This dude didn't kill Bin Laden. He didn't kill dude. He didn't get no just cause. We didn't bring him in and read him his rights. We went to go kill him. And now we're gonna try to prosecute Gaddafi over war crimes when we just committed one? We just went to somebody else's country without asking them to kill somebody? It's right in our face, people. Just start reading more. Peace out.
Because I'm telling you, they're slandering this guy's name and running it through the mud because they are truly afraid that he's going to unleash the potential of the American people, dog. And it would be a revolution, dog. And this revolution doesn't have to be fought with guns and blood flowing in the streets, you know what I mean? It's going to be a philosophical revolution. We have to change the way we're thinking. We got to change the conditioning that we're under, you know what I mean? This whole, everything is dualism, you know what I mean? Like, you watch any type of mainstream news outlet, everything is dualism. Left versus right, Republican versus Democrat, Christian versus Muslim, you know what I mean? And they're all straying away from the fact that we're all people. And the highest level of attainment throughout our history, throughout any civilized nation, has always been to reach for freedom and liberty. You know what I mean? And the fact is, Ron Paul got the best message hands down. And I'm gonna tell you, don't play into the games, man. You know what I mean? Because we fell for that Barack Obama shit. I voted for the dude. You know what I mean? And he was basically running off. I'm a scholar of the Constitution. I will follow the Constitution. And yo, this motherfucker's been trampling all over that shit since the day he got into office. You know what I mean? So I'm just advising y'all, man. You guys got to be smarter. You guys can't buy into the dualism tactics and shit. You got to look at what's right for you. You know what I mean? What's right for all of us. You know what I mean? The fact that we're a country who claims to be free. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're telling us that we are already free and we're not a socialist country. They're implementing the fucking police state. You know what I mean? Just today I was watching the news where they were saying that a judge ruled that you have no right to reject a police officer from entering your house without a warrant. You have no right to your own privacy anymore. You know what I mean? So it's these kind of issues we need to really pay attention. We got to come together, man. You know what I mean? Because Ron Paul got an awesome message, dude, and it breaks my heart, dude. It breaks my heart to see black people falling into this shit. You know what I mean? You're getting bamboozled again, dude. You know what I mean? The one dude who got your back, who don't want to see your kids get locked up because they smoked a J and you know what I mean. Like, it's just asinine. Don't buy into it, man. And I hope you guys do the research, dude. You know what I mean. This cat is hella good for America, dude. He enshrines American principles. So don't let nobody tell you any different, dog. You know what I mean? On pretty much every issue he brings to the table. Economic issues, foreign policy issues. We need to pay attention, man. You know what I mean? Turn off that fucking MTV BET bullshit, man. It ain't serving you no good to watch it. You know what I mean? That's fucking entertainment, dog. You know what I mean? You need to get into education type shit on some real shit, man. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all, man. One.